It's another Victory Monday, but we got, tell you folks, a lot to talk about this afternoon here on Wish TV regarding your Indianapolis Colts. Let's talk about the story that we brought you at the top of the hour surrounding the Colts backup quarterback Anthony Richardson. He's going to be sidelined for at least 4 weeks due to that pregame injury that he suffered regarding his eye. Had a broken bone around his eye, had to go to the hospital before the game yesterday. What else do you know about that situation?
Yeah, so orbital fracture, and like you said, AC, he will be out at least a month. Injured reserve just announced within about the last hour or so. So now, last week it was the kicker tryout. I think over the next 24 hours, you'll see quarterbacks in and out of this building to see exactly who that extra quarterback will be for this team, and will that quarterback be the backup? Right now, it's rookie Riley Leonard out of Notre Dame. He was one play away from playing last week. And AC, the question I would have is, how much do you want to invest in that backup? We know now it's going to be at least a month.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a little bit more of an investment there to have a veteran be the backup, or do you trust the 6th-round pick out of Notre Dame? So definitely a big decision here, because Daniel Jones does have a little bit of injury history that I don't think you can ignore.
Yeah, the only thing good regarding this situation for the Colts and where they are is the fact that they protected Daniel Jones. Sure. The protection has been there for him, but as you mentioned, though, it's the NFL. Anything can happen to these quarterbacks as far as injury-wise each and every Sunday here. Meanwhile, let's talk about the job, though, Shane Steichen. What he was able to do yesterday. When you find out 2 players during pregame, they're not available at all, and you figure out a way for your team to win. How impressed are you with this head coach and what he was able to do?
Yeah, that was quite the chaotic scene for them to try and sift through there 90 minutes, an hour before kickoff. And I know Anthony Richardson is your backup, but still, that scene inside the locker room had to be a bit jarring. And then to lose Charvarius Ward, who was going to have a huge defensive assignment within that game. The cornerback, in all likelihood, was going to follow Marvin Harrison Jr. around one-on-one in that game. So defensively, you really had to change the plan there. And, how do you really foresee or even think about something like that happening? AC, consider this. The Colts played a 60-minute football game yesterday. Not one player got hurt in that game. They didn't announce one injury, yet 2 guys got hurt during warm-ups.
Pre-game, yeah.
Yeah, so just, again, one of the wilder things I've seen, but certainly they banded together, and they're able to get it done.
Okay, so the Colts are 5-1, as you mentioned, on the season right now, and now they find themselves 4-0 at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. We told you if the playoffs began today, this team would have a home game at Lucas Oil Stadium. How big is it, though, to see this team take care of business, especially at home?
Well, think about this, AC. The last time they were in the playoffs, you got to go back to that 2020 season.
Yeah.
Since then, they've been an under 500 football team inside of Lucas Oil Stadium. It's probably something we haven't hit on enough. You want to get back to hosting the meaningful January playoff game? Well, you got to take care of business at home. September, October, November, and December. And so far, so good at home this season.
Okay, and they're winning. They got a lot of reasons, but the main reason has to do with their quarterback and Daniel Jones, what he continues to do week in and week out. Why is he continuing to thrive at QB1?
Well, you made a great point earlier about the offensive line and just the protection that they are providing him. Daniel Jones, I know he had a few negative plays yesterday, but AC, the resolve he showed in the fourth quarter stood out to me big time. We've kind of yet to see the Colts encounter this. You're down 7, you're down 3. How does your quarterback react? These quarterbacks get paid a lot of money. Well, they get paid a lot of money to play well in the fourth quarter. And you see that throw to Josh Downs, lofted in the back of the end zone. Great catch, by the way, by Josh Downs. And some of these other throws and plays that Jones made in the fourth quarter, that's what separates these guys. That's what makes you a franchise quarterback or just another guy. Yesterday, in the fourth quarter, he looked like a franchise guy, and this team really needed it. Again, down 7, down 3. Daniel Jones delivered.
He delivered big time for your Indianapolis Colts, and now they get set to hit the road. Coming up on Sunday, taking on the L.A. Chargers. The Colts back in L.A. for the second time this year. That is Kevin Bowen. I'm Anthony Calhoun.